Sitting home with Kenny, at home with Kenny Dean. And I know you're gonna like it on your colored TV screen.
You're watching At Home with Kenny Dean. It's Friday night. It's the Friday night edition of At Home with Kenny Dean, and I'm Kenny Dean. It's going to be a cold night. It's going to be a cold weekend, but we got some hot things going on the show tonight. I guarantee it. Did you catch that right there? Dallas Dorsey out here with me again. Dallas, thanks for doing this again, bud.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
My
man.
pleasure.
This is one of the neatest guys. I'm not just saying this, but you're one of the neatest guys I've ever run into, because I know when you are anywhere where you can play music, Dallas Dorsey's happy.
That's right. I am. I know. I shouldn't. We shouldn't maybe have said that on air, because people are gonna now.
But it's the truth. I know when I saw you down at the Tallapoosa County Sheriff's Girls Ranch recently. You opened up that morning, but you played like there was 10,000 people out there, and that's what you have to do.
Right.
No matter who you are, if you can go out there and do that, you're an entertainer, and that's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I love it. I mean, I've got a passion for it, and the easy part of it for me is picking up the guitar and playing and singing, and that's when I have fun.
Well, it should be.
Right.
We talk about this a lot, and even artists will tell you, songwriters or artists have been in the business for 30 or 40 years, they'll tell you if you're just getting started, don't get into it for the money.
Right.
Don't get into it for the money. Get into it because you love it, and then the rest of it will come. But you know what? I think that proves true with anything. It doesn't have to be just music.
Right.
Get into it because you love it, and then if you make a living out of it, it's not a job.
Right. Exactly right. Yeah. I'm hoping I can hold out a little while longer. And
you do this full time.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a day gig right now, so it's hand to mouth, but it's really, my father-in-law's an electrician, and it's similar. It's word of mouth. It's who you know, and sometimes he gets slow and I get slow too. It's not that far, big a difference.
But you're playing not just Dallas Dorsey and the Rails. You play with different groups. I mean, you just got to keep that. You still play with Adam Hood.
I play with Adam Hood. Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing the Southern Brothers from Another Mother tour right now.
Really, I love it.
Yeah, and it's like Jason Eady is a Texan artist originally from Mississippi, but they've brought the Texas red dirt music to the Southeast, and I've been involved.
Fits real good.
It does. I mean, you would think. I mean, Auburn's an ag school. You got. I mean, gosh. I mean, it's Alabama, home of Hank Williams.
Right.
I mean, it's. So anyway, we've. But I've been involved playing. I'm playing bass on this particular run of shows, and we're actually playing tomorrow night at Bourbon Street.
Okay. Okay.
With
Friday night.
Friday night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Friday night at Bourbon Street.
That would be tonight.
Yep. Okay.
Because we're. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. I'm doing the math.
Bourbon Street tonight. One thing we've not talked about that I remember. I mean, we've got the CD, or I'm gonna say a CD. It's not an album, a little bitty album.
Right.
Dallas Dorsey and the Rails. But you also have merchandise. Do you sell that at your events, or can folks go online?
They can go online, and I've actually.
Here we go.
We've actually launched a new website. It's DallasDorsey.com.
Okay. Okay.
And a guy named Alan Bozeman back in Auburn heard us, loved us. God bless you, Alan. And he built us a website.
Wow.
And you can actually go. You can order. We got T-shirts, koozies. The CD. We got the sticker. I think I gave you. And they're American Apparel T-shirts made in the USA.
Good for you.
And I pay that extra bit of money to have them printed, but it's worth it to me.
Good for you. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because it seems like I'm seeing more and more made in the USA, and especially here in Alabama. Dallas Dorsey. Dallas, is that your real name?
Hi, yes, sir.
I love it.
It sure is.
I love it. It just it fits you.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. It's my mom's from Dallas County, Alabama, and then I'm named for my dad. I'm Dallas Jr. But
Okay, right.
And anyway, long story short, it was.
Now, you tell a long story. You don't have to shorten it up.
It was my granddad's best friend growing up was named Dallas, and so that's kind of how we landed it. Family name, and then again, it was like my mom, you know, was from Dallas County, so they were like, oh, let's just, you know, we can't just call him Boy all the time.
John Wayne, one of his dog's name was Dog.
Yeah, Dog. Get over it, Dog, yeah. That's Boy has been pretty much my name. Westerns
where do you get your inspiration to write songs? We've never talked about this. I know you're country.
Well, I appreciate that. I'd like to think I am.
Yeah. You know what? I like to hear you say that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you take pride in playing country music. But Waylon, Dwight Yoakam, all these, you know, that's just a couple of them. I know
Absolutely.
Of course, you got your own songs, but I know you cover those guys.
I cover those guys. I mean, I love them, and I've studied them.
What did you learn from them? Just those two there?
Well, I learned the structure of country music, how to write the songs. Like you know, country music kind of starts sometimes on the 5 chord, which I guess if you're in the key of G for guitar nerds out there.
Show me.
All right, so if you're in
get a guitar lesson.
Here we got my Hot Licks DVD here. So like, you know, if you're in the key of G, sometimes like country music, sometimes, and Waylon Jennings in particular will start on the 5 chord. So it starts on that 5 chord, but it's really the whole song is actually in the key of G. But sometimes it starts off on that 5. So like I learned that from Waylon predominantly, and but yeah, just studying. You know, I mean, I've studied those songs. I've studied the licks of them. I mean, to be completely honest with you, and I don't guess I'll get in trouble for saying this, but like, I've got a single out called Trouble,
right?
And you know, Dwight Yoakam has a song called, I don't know if you've ever heard it or not, but Fast as You.
Oh,
and it's So I got this idea, and I said, okay, I'm going to take, I'm going to take that riff, and I'm going to go backwards. So I went. And then I got Trouble out of that.
Wow.
I mean, I hope I don't get sued. I mean, it's a different thing, but it's
I
the
hope
same.
you do, and we can talk about it next time you're on the show.
Yeah, maybe if I get sued for it. Yeah, I really will be broke. How do you are
be playing some gigs then.
Yeah. How do you take?
That's cool. Yeah, that's really
right. But I just, you know, I mean, I studied those guys and learning those songs, and I mean, you know, Dwight Yoakam, serious influence. I had really cool grandparents, and I grew up with my grandparents predominantly. My dad and mom worked. And music-wise, and they, you know.
Or just learning?
Yeah, my grandmother and grandfather, you know, loved Dwight Yoakam. And like, you know, that, I can't remember what album it is, but when he's standing up and the clock's behind him, and I think it's got Fast as You and Ain't That Lonely Yet and 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. Like, we had that on cassette, and like, you know, it's like, you know, it's very guitar heavy music. It's country, you know, and it's kind of got that Bakersfield sound. But like my grandmother loved it, you know, and there was some, you know, my grandmother also and grandfather loved Elvis, you know, and there's some connections there. Like Dwight, you know, Dwight Yoakam really loves Elvis and is a music fan.
He used his leg action.
That's right.
And he wore the tight, or still does, wear the tight fitting the pants. And let me tell you something. He's a good actor.
He is. Yeah.
He can play a serious part.
Old Doyle Hargreaves.
If you don't think he don't know some cuss words, he knows every one of them.
That's
He'll throw them out.
Yeah.
But he's a good actor.
He is. He's a great actor. And that's something he gets, I think, with Elvis, too.
Born and raised.
Yeah, born and raised. Okay. Born and raised.
Old Lee County boy.
That's right. Never moved off anywhere. Hadn't made the trip to Nashville yet. Not quite yet.
Would you, if tomorrow you had an opportunity to move up there and you know that it's looking good, would you do it, or would you still stay where you are and then go back and forth, or?
I think I try to go back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I love Opelika, and
there you go.
I know there's a songwriter I think that that works for Carnival Music or something up in Sylacauga. If I'm not mistaken, I'm losing my mind here because I can't remember his name. And we just talked about remembering names, but he's written some songs, and I think he just lives in Sylacauga because that's where that's
Troy Jones.
Ah, yeah,
wrote,
that's right.
Good Drinking Beer.
Yeah.
Shift Work.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
That's
right.
I'm glad you mentioned him because I've been meaning to call Troy lately. He's just a good old boy, and I'm thinking, well, I didn't think he was a good singer. I'm thinking he's just gonna be a good songwriter. Right. But he's not trying to copy Alan Jackson, but sounds a lot like Alan Jackson. Yeah. But he's a songwriter.
Yeah,
he worked at the paper mills up there for many years. Wrote just hundreds of songs.
Right.
And finally, I guess probably Shift Work was his first one.
It seems like.
And that kind of got him jump-started.
Right.
For Kenny Chesney and George Strait. Were they both on? I think both of them sang that song.
Really?
I believe.
That might be.
Pretty good at drinking beer, and God is good, God is great. No, he didn't do that one. He didn't do that one. But I know he's had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Last number one.
Got a couple of good licks there.
And I said, well, Troy, you'll do this for a while. He said he'd like to get one more number one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
He does. I'm trying to think of, golly, the guy that's over Carnival. He's
Frank Liddell.
Frank Liddell, which is Leanne Womack's husband. That's exactly who he works.
Yeah, so it is with Carnival.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's super. That's awesome.
But yeah, he's just a good old boy that's had some. I say, luck. You got to have. You can work hard and love everything that you do in your job, but sometimes you got to have luck. I always think about a football team.
Right.
For them to make to be a national champion, they had to be good, but they had to be lucky at times too.
Absolutely.
Everyone. I remember when Alabama won a national championship. A couple times they were beat. They but they lucked up. But they're still. You still got to be good. But boy, anytime you can throw some luck in there too.
Absolutely.
And it's the same thing with what you're trying to do right now.
Right.
You work hard. You stay out there in front. You treat people right, and then all of a sudden that door opens, and you never
Right.
Then you take advantage of that door opening.
Absolutely. I hope
You're writing a lot these days.
I've kept writing, and I mean that seems to be my. I don't feel right when I'm not writing the songs, if that makes sense. And,
yeah. Do you feel guilty?
You feel a little guilty, yeah,
Yeah.
and feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay.
You get that kind of like Holy Spirit grabbing you, saying, "No, I need you to write songs," and so we've kept busy, and it makes me feel better. If I
clears your head.
Clears my head, and I spend a lot of time these days like. Calling people up trying to get gigs. When they say no, it's like that's the only thing. It makes me feel better playing, trying to write a song.
Well, I hope you just keep on writing. A little blues going there on slide. You do the slide or much or?
I do.
I love slide.
I do too, but I'm not Leroy Parnell or Dwayne Allman by any stretch. And there's nothing worse than bad slide. You know what I mean? It's like
It's kind of like harmony. It's either good or bad.
Yeah, and it gets bad quick for me. So I just try to stick with what I do, what I know.
Dallas Dorsey and the Rails. This album here, you wrote all these songs, didn't you? Except
I did. Yeah, I wrote them all. There are 2 or 3 co-writes on there with Virginia Young,
right?
Opelika, good friend of mine, and she. But yeah, we got together and we try to write once, twice a week, or once every 2 weeks, stuff like that.
Well, I'm ready. You and I talk about it all day long, all night long. But I'm ready to hear something.
Okay, cool. All night long. Well, Jenny and I actually just finished writing this one right here. It didn't make the record, but I wish it had.
Would it be maybe for the next
on the next one?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll put it on the next one for sure.
All right, let me ask you something. Is that something you're working on now, a second album? Or is it
certainly
for 2015?
Yeah, we'd love to put one out in 2015. If we can drum up enough, we're trying to do the grassroots effort and get a demand for it.
Okay.
Because I mean,
smart business.
This record is maybe 5-6 months old, or CD, excuse me, album. You know, so we're trying to keep it going, you know, and I don't want to just not write songs for a year.
And you used when you go into the studio, you use the band.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
And I instead of getting musicians from other places to do your songs, you using and these guys
people
are the ones that play with you all the time anyway. So that's
absolutely, yeah. I try to use my guys. Yeah, it's tight, and we did. You know, I mean, we could have hired Nashville pickers, and they're great too. I mean, you know, but you know, I like those people that kind of like even Zach Brown. You know, it's like he took his band. You know, and those are his guys.
That.
Yeah, and Waylon Jennings. That's what I mean. He did his thing, and you know,
way more.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. So this one, this one's called "Tires Roll On," and we just wrote it like a week or two ago.
Okay,
so.
Good.
Tires roll on, got to get gone. Move me ahead to where I belong. Tires roll on, got to push through, bringing me closer and closer to you. Headed east on 73, just 2 days separate you and me. On a freight line, I've been missing you. On a freight line, got a job to do. Tires roll on, give me a song, drown out the diesel when you sing along. Tires roll on, take me back home. I'm sick and tired of traveling alone. Headed east on 73, just 2 days separate you and me. On a freight line, I've been missing you. On a freight line, got a job to do.
Dorsey with us tonight. Opelika guy, Dallas Dorsey and the Rails.
Yeah.
If folks want to book y'all, how do they go about that? Go to your webpage?
Yeah, DallasDorsey.com, or you can go through our booking agent, McAlpin Entertainment, and
iTunes.
iTunes, yeah. You can't. We're on iTunes and Spotify and Google Play and Amazon and all that, but you can't really book us there or whatever. But I mean, I guess you can get the information and find us, you know. But yeah, call us up, book us, please.
Yeah,
I need a loaf of bread.
And do it real soon.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna tell you, I've not heard you with the band. I've not heard you with Jenny. That's one thing we were talking about. Y'all both coming up here one day soon, and hearing y'all together with that harmony, which I love. But I've heard Dad's not just out here, but I've heard him just by himself. And your picking is amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
It
yeah,
is.
thanks.
It has personality.
Thanks. Well, thanks.
I mean,
yeah.
it adds. I mean, you know, it's not, you're not just going through the strumming.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I try.
Well, we want to pick another one out.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Let's.
Which one you want to?
Let's do Blame.
Okay,
I like Blame line.
Written by you, by yourself.
This one's Blame was written by myself.
Okay.
Time ran out and the die was cast. Still an excitement of things of the past. Tear-soaked memories are all that last. Love going nowhere, getting there fast. Used to act a fool when you'd come to town. Beat down and out when you weren't around. Lately things don't feel the same. No one left here to blame. No one left here to blame. And frowns line the highway of discontent. Happiness fades when the money's all spent. Sure, you've got one more grief to vent. All of my faults there for you to resent. Used to act a fool when you'd come to town. Beat down and out when you weren't around. Lately things don't feel the same. No one left here to blame. No one left here to blame. Used to act a fool when you'd come to town. Beat down and out when you weren't around. Lately things don't feel the same. No one left here to blame. There's no one left here to blame. Thank you.
Good song.
Let's take the country music back. We're taking it back.
Brad Eastwood's out in the audience, and he knew every word.
Do you know
to it.
Brad?
He's
Man, I want to kiss you on the mouth right now.
He's jamming right along. Well, we ain't had that happen this week. So.
Well, God bless you, Brad.
That's a good. That's got a little wailing.
Thank you.
Pick in there.
I appreciate that. That's the greatest compliment anybody's ever given me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. When somebody
that.
can tell you that should, I mean, that is, because it is a compliment. Hey, what we'll be. I know we've taken another break in a little bit, but let's go ahead and start a song, and maybe we're going into the break.
Okay.
If you got one, if that feels good.
Absolutely. Let me. Ran that boy down just south of town, and I never did look back. When I made off with his 45 and a beat-up burlap sack, I threw a shoe in the valley before I reached New Mexico. The lawmen all surrounding me, I had no place to go. And I never could meet their demand. Put my gun away, make them understand. Surely to God they've got the wrong man, but I played my hand. The killer is me. Killer is me. never could meet their demand. Put my gun away, make them understand. Surely to God they've got the wrong man, but I played my hand. The killer is me. Shoot the lights, curse their name, pray these rounds find their aim. Run like hell, vacant track, feel that lead pierce my back, lose my breath, fading fast, bleeding out.
DallasDorsey.com, that's your
Yes, sir.
webpage. Make sure that you book the boy.
Thank you, Alan Bozeman, for building that website.
Yeah.
I don't know which camera to look at.
I tell you what, look right into this one right here.
I love
put
you.
it right on it.
Alan Bozeman, you're the man.
You're the man.
You keeping me going one more week.
A web page is very
Right.
important, especially in your business. Look forward to you coming back up here.
Thank you so
real
much for
soon.
having me.
If I
My
happen
pleasure.
to miss you before Thanksgiving, to you and your family, I wish you and the band
Thanksgiving to
happy
y'all, too.
Thanksgiving. In fact,
Absolutely.
happy Thanksgiving to y'all. Merry Christmas to y'all too. And we'll see you back out here live and in color on Monday night. Y'all have you a great weekend and stay warm. Who loves you, baby? I do.